Alright guys, welcome to a new YouTube video. Today I'm sitting here next to the beach and I have a very special video for you guys. This is a very important lesson of mine that I learned myself that I really want to share with you guys today. And as you guys can see, I have some notes in front of me. It's my Remarkable, but I filled this up with so much stuff ever since 2021. I had a Remarkable, this is the new one, but everything just passed over. And all my journals, personal development, but whatever, man. Like, I don't have separate books or anything where I put stuff down. I have everything here. It really helped a lot. So if you guys are looking for something like that, this is perfect. But today I want to talk about how we need to become the person that we need to be before we chase the money. And this is a very important topic, which I always told people about. But today, I'm going to share a deeper perspective with you guys about this one, man. A perspective where we take God's perspective also in consideration, and where you can see, God's perspective is very important. Why? Because He designs the world in a certain way where certain things will win, certain things won't. Why? Because He designed it. He knows what He wants to push more than other things. And if I get into this, I think you guys will understand as we go on. But let's get into it, man. First part of what you want to talk to you guys about is God cares more about your character than He cares about your achievements. And, on many different ways, it is true. But in the way I was explaining this before, always like, if you want to become a millionaire, you must think like a millionaire, you must act like a millionaire. And when your input is in the right place, your output automatically will also have, good fruits, good results. Why? Because you're putting in the right input, the right things you're supposed to do, right? But with God, it goes even a bit deeper than that, man. Why? Because money, success, and influence are tools. But if your heart is not in the right place, they'll corrupt you. And instead of blessing other people, helping the world, using it for provision, peace, you're using it for your own selfish desires, temptations, this and that. So it's from God's perspective, He really doesn't care if you're the most successful man around, if you have a lot of money, because, a lot of people, they just do selfish things with it. What He really cares about is the person that you are. He cares about your heart. He reads your heart. He cares about your spirit. And so, in His world, in the world that He designed, that's what we see everywhere, He will also make sure that character is going to get developed. You know what I'm saying? So, if He sees, okay, you have money, but now you're acting with an ego, with this or that, bro, you're gonna hit your head. You're gonna stump your toe, because ego is not your friend. Those type of things are not your friends, because God designed the world in a certain way where He knows the thing which matters most, and the thing will matter most for Him, what you will take with you into heaven afterwards. I believe in the afterlife. I believe that we are placed in this world for a certain reason, and we have certain callings. And sometimes we just brush over it as if it's nothing. We live our lives. We forget about all of this, but we don't even know where our consciousness comes from. We don't even know where the whole world comes from. Like, if you look at it, it's full of mysteries, full of it. Even if you look at the Big Bang, if you look at what science proved about the beginning of the universe, everything comes out of nothing. Like, one day everything just started. I believe that there's an intelligent creator behind this, and the intelligent creator, of course, he will create the world in a way where the most important thing is, of course, what's important for Him will come out. And our spirits, our souls, our hearts, our character is the number one most important thing for God, man. That's why, He cares more about your character than He would care about any success He would give you. So first off, what we need to do is become the person, have the character needed to be able to receive the money. And for various reasons, which I will get into now. I made some notes. For example, this. In God's world, identity comes before assignment. When you read the Bible and you see Jesus came, first thing, he got baptized Himself. And then God said, "This is my Son with whom I'm very much pleased." He already affirmed Him as His Son. He already affirmed the identity of Jesus, who Jesus was, before He performed a single miracle. It's the person that you are that helps you do the things that person would do. It's, if you're a millionaire, then you start investing like one. If you think like one, you start investing like one. You start building like one. You start leading like one. You start hiring like one, right? You start to act like a successful businessman only when you start to think like a successful businessman. And in God's world, I think maybe for this video, maybe it goes way too deep to go talk about our identity in Christ, our identity in God. But let me just share shortly what I have found in the Bible and what God is telling us, bro. God really loves us. We are like his children. We're his one of his most special creations, if not his most special creation. He loves us so much and he wants to commune with us. He wants to have a relationship with us. He wants us to call on him when we're in need. He wants us to talk to him every single day before we do anything else. Why? Because he's a relational God. He's a personal God. He's a loving God. And that's why he made us relational and loving beings. And in his world, to understand who we are, our identity, to understand also, what he wants us to do on this earth, our whole mission and our purpose. If we understand that, then we can get assignments, then we can get missions to go on, then we can go into our purpose and do stuff that is worthwhile, Sometimes we chase things in this world that are not even worthwhile. Like, it doesn't even help us. It doesn't serve us or others. It doesn't help the world forward. Some people, let's say I made $1 billion today and I just get the $1 billion and I start war so I can get more money with it, and because I have a weapon manufacturing company. And bro, it's crazy. It's crazy how that works. It's crazy how people think, but people think like that because they think that there's nothing beyond this. I know there's something beyond this. I know this. God has worked through my life. He has transformed me. I have spoken to him. He has responded to me. So I know that at the end of the day, we're all gonna stand before God. We have to give an account, like I said in the last video as well, right? Or maybe 2 videos before. I'm filming a lot of videos these days, but we have to give an account. And that's why understanding who you are is key, man. And working on that, working on who you are, building on your identity, building your character is the most important thing we can do. Let me check this. Yeah, this is perfectly actually what I wrote down here. That's why, the seasons of catching L's, right? The seasons of catching L's are so crucial and are so important. And we should see it as training. We should see it as training and not as punishment. Because the L's, when you walk with God, when you walk in purpose, the L's are not losses. The L's are lessons. And every lesson helps you grow as a person. And that's why we need to embrace those seasons where, we're hidden, we're just grinding, we're doing our best to just improve as a person. We're not trying to screw anyone over or trying to get our way in our own way. Bro, take those L's. Sit down, reflect, learn, grow. Build on your character. The world is designed in a way where the people who build on their character become the disciplined, diligent, with self-control, love, patience. You get all those keys to success, as they call it, in all those self-help books that I read. When you have all that stuff, that's when you will start seeing results, because God will always reward those who love him and do good, and especially also the ones who understand their calling, because we're all called, understand their calling and then act to it, because he will provide for you. He will give you more if he knows also that you will do good with it. If he knows that you will multiply, you will help, you will preserve, you will bless, you will give. That's when you will get more. And I believe the entire world has been designed for that, man. Truly, man. And that's why also in the Bible it talks about the fruits of the Spirit. Like you can walk in spirit or you can walk in flesh. When you walk in spirit, you walk with God, you walk with an understanding that goes deeper just in our superficial world, right? More than just the matter and 3D and everything. God is spiritual. God is beyond all of this. When you walk in spirit, you have fruits that are way different than when you walk in flesh. When you walk in flesh, we have things like jealousy, we have hate, depression, all that stuff. When you walk in spirit, though, we get the fruits of love, self-control, patience, diligence, discipline. All amazing traits that a person should have, especially a successful businessman that has millions that he is managing, that he's serving with. You serve your customers, your employees, your people, right? So the fruits of the Spirit must come before the fruits of our labor. When we sow, when we work and we try to get results, some people, they reach the results, they reap a harvest too soon. But they didn't have the character that they needed yet before they reaped it. And then what happens? Great is a downfall, man. It's just how it works. Wow. if you have that discipline, you're a disciplined person, you're caring, helping, you know. I know guys that are successful, but they're helping so many people, you know. That's amazing. That's when God's on your side. That's when things go your way. That's when the world won't be able to stop you, man. Because you're not of the world. You're out of the world. You're doing something greater than for yourself. And that's like the whole core about everything what I've been learning lately and what I want to continue to share in these videos. So if you're enjoying the video thus far, please like and subscribe, and then, you know, stay tuned, because I'm gonna make much more videos like this where I'm explaining stuff like this, man. It goes very deep. And you know, when we chase money outside of God's timing, it only brings pain. You know, it brings pressure and anxiety and depression, stuff like that, because we weren't ready for it yet, you know. And bro, you can see this if you look at the guys that are scamming, for example. You know, you can see it. This is what I'm telling you is facts, bro. Like, for real. When you walk with God, though, it brings peace, it brings provision, it brings blessing, not only to us, but to others, to our families, to the people that work with us, to the people we come into touch with, the people that see us and hear us and talk to us. You can be an inspiration. You can be a good man. You can be you can be, bro, you can be who God called you to be. And what I said earlier also about the identity that we have in God, which I want to tell you guys a bit more about. We're God's children. Like, He wants to commune with us and He wants to lift us up. God doesn't want us to tear ourselves down, and not even to tear each other down. You know, that's why also in the Bible He's telling us, love even your enemies. Love your neighbor as thyself. Because what we are trying to do as God's children, we need to reflect His light. You know, we need to be like mirrors. When He's shining on us, we shine on others, so we can help other people also find their way and do good, you know, and be positive forces. If you look at the purpose of what I think, at least what the purpose of the entire world is, especially our earth, where we are walking around and talking to each other and everything, I believe that we got consciousness. I believe we got creativity and the ability to communicate and all that to do good, bro. God created us to do good and to live. You know, there's a story also about the Tower of Babel, where all the people were speaking the same language and all that came together, and they tried to build this tower, right? A tower all the way to God, because they thought they could build something so great that they could put themselves equal to God, you know? Like, the arrogance and stuff came out. What did God do? Yeah, God tore it down, of course. And then they also split all the languages of all the people so that they couldn't communicate with each other again. But the story is very interesting, because when it talks about when the people were communicating together, even though they were doing it for wrong and doing it for bad, there was power behind it, man. There was so much power behind it. And when we come together, when we all commune, and when we're in relationship with each other, when we build companies, a company is just the sum of people coming together and building something big. When you have those kind of things, when people are on the same wavelength and they come together and they build, bro, you get amazing things. Like, the world that God builds amazing already. And the things that we can also do in it can be amazing too, man. And that's why I think, like, the whole purpose also is for us to grow our characters, become better people, work with each other, love each other, not hate, do good, serve. Like, as Jesus says, the one who wants to become like the greatest among you has to become like a slave of all. Like, you have to become like a servant. And what He means with that is like, bro, let me just put this one, and then I think we can put this video to an end, because I spit a lot already. God Himself came to earth and He said, I didn't come to serve, or I didn't come to be served, but I came to serve. So imagine the God, the creator of the universe, coming down to serve us. He went on His knees and He washed our feet. He did well for us. Like He says, He's the good shepherd. That's what He does for us. And then we sometimes, you know, we try to steal from each other. We try to do wrong because we just want to progress. But what do you have if you do that? I can tell you for sure, you don't have character then. But after that, when you go in front of God and you have to give an account, you'll see that you have nothing at all, man. And all that you will have after that is pain and sorrow for eternity, just wishing that you could go back, man. So that's why, you know, the lesson of thinking like a millionaire before you become one, extrapolate it also with God's perspective into it, becoming the person that you need to be before you chase the money, before you chase success, understanding that your character is more important than your achievement, that's when you can truly become a great man and or a woman, you know. So yeah, man, it's me speaking to you, sharing some of the things that I learned. It's my knowledge, and it's not even my knowledge, it's the knowledge of the Bible, things that I'm learning, things that I'm doing myself. And I really hope it can help you, man. I really hope that if you hear this, you listen to it and you understand it, that it can reach your heart, so that I can inspire more people by the grace of God to do good for this world. Because I believe that if we all can come together and do good, bro, we can do amazing things, man. That's it for this video. And yeah, man, ain't much to say other than that. You know, like, subscribe, leave a comment. I still don't have many subscribers, like I said before, so I can respond to all the comments. I love you guys, and I want to see you guys in the next video. And I pray that everything goes well for you, man. Hopefully it will hit your heart as it did with mine. And God bless, man. See y'all later. Oh wait, before I close off the video, let me just show you guys the water. At the beach. At the beach right now, man. It's beautiful. If it was a sunny day, it would be even much nicer. But hey, see y'all later, alright?